Hello everyone, today I'm gonna do another maintenance item for my 4Runner. I'm gonna change the cabin air filter. You might have seen me doing this cabin air filter maintenance item before, but today it's a different one because today I'm gonna use a HEPA cabin air filter. So this is a Bosch 6055C HEPA cabin filter. So what is a HEPA filter? It's a high efficiency particulate air filter. So this claims to have a filtration efficiency of 99.97 at 0.3 microns. So at the back of the filter, it shows like what items it's gonna protect you from. So you can see over 10 microns you have pollen, and over 1 microns you have mold and other stuff, but up to some extent you have tobacco smoke prevention, because some of the tobacco smoke is below 0.3 microns, and also it's going to protect you from auto emissions which are over 1 microns. So this pretty much going to protect you from dust, pollen, mold, pet fur, bacteria, smoke. That's what generally they claim to have. And this does not protect everything like viruses, odors, chemical gas. They are much smaller than 0.3 microns. So it is just marketing. So anyway, I'm gonna try this HEPA filter and see how it's gonna perform as a auto cabin filter or a vehicle cabin filter, because these are very famous for air purifiers at home. So I'm gonna see how this perform, and I'm little worried that this is going to reduce the airflow of my air conditioning system. So I'm not sure. I'm gonna test it a non-scientific way with my kids' pinwheel. So I'm gonna test the speed of the airflow at max when using the regular filter that I'm using. This is not a scientific filter at all, because currently the current air filter is not clean, so it has some dust. So I'm going to keep it like about a finger length distance like this and see how much airflow I have with my current dirty cabin filter, and we'll see how much air I get with the HEPA filter. So again, this is not scientific. This is for my information. I'm sharing for you all. So let's see how this goes, and if the pinwheel spins the same way and a human eye cannot detect the speed difference, it is what it is. Let's see how it goes. Let's start with the speed that we have with the current filter, and then I'll show you how I'm going to remove it and install the new one. Also going to show you which direction is the airflow that 4Runner has, because I've seen few videos that install the filter in the wrong side. So let's get into it. Alright, so you can see I have turned off my automatic climate control, put the fan speed to the max, and all the air is coming out of the front facing vents. So I'm gonna keep my pinwheel at like this, the finger length, and you can see this is the speed that is spinning. Let's see if that reduces after I install the HEPA filter. So opening the cabin filter is really easy. Make sure your glove box is unlocked, and then you just press this button to open the glove box in your 4Runner. you can see you have the first cover, you have two tabs. Use two fingers to open this tab, and then you have the second cover for your cabin filter. Using two fingers, press the clips inwards and pull this cover like this, and then you can see the cabin filter right there. So you can notice the airflow by the arrow. You can see I have used aftermarket air filter. This is a Wix cabin filter that I have used last time. So you can see the arrow pointing downwards, but let's see if that is the correct direction. So take out the cabin filter. You can see some of the dust. You can see a small piece of a leaf right here. So that means the air is coming from out towards this side and exiting from the bottom. So this is another way to verify the direction is correct. And also you can see the fan inside. You can turn it on, put your hand like this without touching the fan, and you can feel the air coming towards the top of your hand. So that's another way you can determine which side the air filter is, the air direction is. So now I'm gonna take the HEPA filter and install this. So let's open the filter. So here's the look of the filter, and this has the airflow pointing downwards. Let's see if I can show it. Okay, that's better. So you can see the airflow arrows pointing downwards and the Bosch name upright. So we are at the correct orientation. So let's install this. Open the filter like so. So I have installed the air filter just like that. So seems to be correct size. Gonna install the cover back. You can see the cover also says which side is up. Just like that. And then install the last cover. Right, there you go. The cabin air filter is installed. Now let's check if this HEPA filter has less airflow than the last one. We'll see if that's an obvious change or not. Alright, so moment of truth. So I have the pinwheel at the same distance. Let's turn on. So again, same settings. The fan speed at max and coming out of the front facing vents. Gonna set my finger right there. I don't see an obvious difference. I might have to do a comparison back to back to see, but I don't see a difference, to be honest. Maybe I'll do another video later to see how I feel. Alright, so I've been using the HEPA filter for 2 weeks now, so I can share my experience with you all. So you can remember on our initial test using my kid's toy and fan speed set to full, I could not visually see any difference between the HEPA filter and the regular filter. But in real life, I set the temperature and have the air conditioning on full automatic mode. I can see a reduction in airflow, which means if I set it to 70 degrees, I felt it's not enough. So I used to set it to 68 degrees now to get myself comfortable. At 68 degrees, I can feel the fan little more blowing onto me than the regular filter. And also, even though the claims say that it will reduce the vehicle emissions and whatnot, I can very well smell like the diesel exhaust smells, and when I drive through like those chemical factory roads, I can smell those strong smells. So I don't see a difference between this HEPA filter and the regular filter. And if you ask me, would you buy this HEPA filter again? I would not, because I would prefer the regular charcoal or carbon cabin air filter over this HEPA filter, even though the HEPA filter is little cheaper than a carbon or charcoal cabin air filter. So this would be the last time I would buy this HEPA filter, and going forward I will just use the regular carbon or charcoal cabin air filter. So hope this video helps. This is only my personal opinion. This is not by any means an expert advice. This is only my personal opinion for my information. Hope that helps, and see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.